So yeah, let's get this thing started. This is Tyson Sports. Under All About Sports right now, it's just a little bit of a title. Mishap. We'll get that sorted. But today I want to talk about Alabama football and Kalen DeBoer, and also kind of their running back situation, kind of a little bit of their overall situation as well. Um, I just think, man, like all these Alabama fans, I love Kangaroo Black. I think he's got, you guys, he's got a great YouTube channel over there, but you can tell it in his voice, man. He knows that Kalen DeBoer, is a little shady. He was out there, defending the contract extension. I believe it was 13 million for an extra 7 years, and old KB out there defending it, saying that Kalen DeBoer is the right guy. Um, how many coaches have done what is it? Lost 4 games in their first year, and then two in the next year, or three. I don't even know how many losses they had. Let's see, they had two in the regular season and then four in the following year, so 8 losses. Um, Saban could go 3 plus years without getting 8 losses, and I know it's a new era or whatever you want to say, but let's keep it real here. You're kind of trying to convince yourself of, what's what, and you'll say, well, you're a Florida State fan. What do you know? Well, myself, like I was talking in the last video, I kind of convinced myself. I still hope that, Norvell figures it out. But I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you got to look at the actual results, and Norvell hadn't had them. Norvell is a really good guy. I saw in some of their team workouts they brought in Ethan Pritchard to kind of let him be around the team again. He's a guy that got shot, I believe, right after the Alabama game, that's recovering, that didn't, in fact, lose his life. So that's really good. So I mean, just a good man, and he tries really hard. So I'm rooting for him. But just like I know Alabama fans, they're gonna root for their guy in Kalen DeBoer. But I mean, you got to be honest. Like I was talking about, like I was going to mention the running backs. KB, you're out there talking about, oh well, Daniel Hill can squat 800 pounds or whatever you said. Florida State had the same guys like that, man. They had a 5-star wide receiver that looked like he played for the New York Giants. He was number 8, and his name was Hakeem Williams, and it was all the talk about, how he was the next man and all this, and he was going to be great, and it just wasn't that. It just wasn't that. He just didn't live up to the hype. So, I mean, just because you can bench press 800, or not bench, squat 800 pounds, that don't really mean a whole lot. So, I mean, it's good, but, when you're averaging 3 yards a carry like Daniel Hill is, and, your backup, Kevin Riley, is averaging 4, 4 is pretty good, but they put him behind Daniel Hill, so they don't think too highly of him either. And the guy that 5-star running back y'all have that is coming in, he was injured for the spring, so he didn't even get those reps, and that's big time. That's going to cost them. So you can't run the ball, so you're going to be trouble passing again. So that's not gonna work well for you guys, and so you just have to look at it logically. You have to look at Ryan Williams. He's still all in his head about dropping the ball. I saw where Ryan was talking. He basically was celebrating a pass on air from Ty Simpson. When Ty was doing his pro day, and he dropped one, and then he was like, "Oh, I caught it." just celebrating catching a pass on air. That tells you how much in his head he is. And, you say Lotsier Brooks, you see him make a couple of plays, and really he only had 450 yards on the season. So is he going to be any good? I don't know, but, 450 yards, that ain't like what Amari Cooper was doing. 1,000 yards in his first year, came out right onto the scene, true freshman, over 1,000 yards receiving. That's not what Lotsier Brooks did. And then your lead dog, Noah Rogers, I think he got, did he get injured? He was out a little bit of the spring, and, they're like, oh, he's going to be so good, and, he only had 400 yards receiving, so, and y'all don't even really have a tight end, so, I just don't know. What kind of offense is that really going to be? And then on your defensive side, you look at Lotsie Pierre, he had 8 sacks. But what is that really when you look at Jonathan Allen and all them boys that used to have double-digit sacks? That's Alabama football. All y'all know it. All y'all know it. Even the good players, like and Simmons on the defensive line, they haven't done anything yet. So you got Pierre that ain't even reached double-digit sacks, and then everybody else on the defensive line hadn't even done anything yet. So what does that bring you to? It brings you to not very good. It brings you to, can we get to 8 wins? I don't know. And y'all secondary is what y'all strength is, and I remember Xavier Brown getting toasted by Florida Atlantic receivers. Even though he did pick it up against SEC competition. So, and then you look at Bray Hubbard, my guy Mekhi Danzy, wide receiver for Florida State's going to smoke him again. Y'all were talking about how he was jogging on the field. He was just jogging. He wasn't jogging. Mekhi Danzy is one of the fastest men in the whole world. They could run that 10 more times, 20 more times. Shoot, just back it up. He needs to start 10 yards back. They could run that 10, 20, 30 more times. Old Bray Hubbard wouldn't stand a chance. Wouldn't stand a chance. And he's going to get smoked again at the end of August. Get ready, KB. Get ready. So, you just giving Kalen DeBoer, again, you just giving him that 7-year extension. Just get ready to pay that $70 million buyout, Alabama. That's all I got to tell you. Just get ready to pay it. Get ready to pay that $70 million buyout. Coming from experience, man. Norvell, you can't even beat Florida State. Florida State. One of their 5 wins was against you guys. Not only, you just don't even want to bring that up. One of y'all's 5 wins was against not us. But anyway, y'all can't even beat Florida State. So yeah, just go ahead and give him that extension. But I just get mad because that one agent, that Sexton agent, he just continues to play all these colleges. And they just keep falling for it. Oh, Michigan wants your coach. Michigan wants DeBoer. No, they didn't. They didn't want DeBoer. Or even if they did, I'm sure they probably would have paid him something, but he wasn't ever going to leave. You talk about, you got to get your kids out of the school system. You got to get your wife on board. He wasn't going to leave Alabama. But what he will do is he will take more money. He will get more money for them from Alabama. That's what he will do. So it's just stupid how Sexton, he just keeps, just bending them over. And all the colleges just take it. So I guess we just got to quit complaining about that, because I guess it's just going to keep happening forever. But anyway, man, I just think with that, I thought that freshman running back, he was going to be in camp, in spring camp, and I guess he's not. So So, I mean, y'all are just in trouble, man. Just get ready for 7 or 8 wins. Anyway, it's all going to be played out this coming season. Just at the end, I just wanted to say, again, this has been another video from Tyson Sports on the All About Sports network, and we're just going to get it back to just Tyson Sports again. That's just an error. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.